Hi, I'm Elma, and I live with my single mom in Manhattan. My mom works as a maid at one of the richest houses in town, and they were generous enough to send me to the best school in town because we couldn't afford it.
Hey, you're the new girl, right? Let's hang out someday. What's your number?
I don't really have a phone. I'm allergic to it.
Nice one. You're not serious, are you? What a weirdo.
And another one ran away. But I wasn't joking. I was actually allergic to mobile phones. But no one believed it except Hannah, the daughter of the rich couple that my mom worked for. She overheard the conversation with the boy and came running to me.
Elma, right? Trust me, that's a really cool condition. Well, do you want to go grab lunch? The cafeteria has some really good pasta.
Sure. Hey, thanks. 3 years had passed since that day, and now Hannah and I were inseparable. But her brother's sudden entry changed everything between us.
Elma, my stupid brother is coming home after 4 years. Ugh, I can't bear the sight of him. Let's do something distracting.
So, after school, I went to Hannah's place to help her with baking. We both were in the kitchen when suddenly this handsome guy walked in, and oh my god, I went completely blank.
Hannah, why didn't you come to pick me up? Oh, hey, Elma. You're friends with her now? How are you doing?
What? Oh, I'm, fine.
Wait, how do you know Elma? Stay away from my friend, Nate.
Her face literally turned red in anger. She really did hate him so much. After we baked the cookies, I went straight to the local diner where I worked as a part-time waitress. And the entire time, I couldn't help but think about Nate. How did he know my name? As I was thinking and walking towards a table, a few regular bully guys showed a mobile phone to my face. Gosh, suddenly my eyes started glitching. I lost balance and fell down, spilling out the drinks I had in hand. And they all just laughed. Those jerks. I got a refill and walked out of the kitchen when I heard some noise from outside. I looked back and I was just surprised. Nate was beating up those jerk guys so badly that they just ran away. Oh my god, you could have killed them! What are you, the bigger bully?
No, but I couldn't let them laugh at you like that.
What? Was he doing this for me? Why? He then sat at a table, ordered, waited there until I got off work.
Hey, Elma, do you want to ride back home? I can drop you. You might get soaked up in the rain if you walk.
I looked outside and no, it wasn't raining. So I walked out and in just a couple more steps, it started raining. I went back running to him. Okay, if you insist. I'll guide you through the location. Thanks. He smiled, and I got in his car, and I instantly started to feel guilty. I had promised Hannah I'd stay away from him. Throughout the ride, Nate didn't say a word to me. Neither did I. He just played a Hear My Story video on his car screen. Turns out that the channel had some amazing videos. You should subscribe to watch them too. We got lost in time, we laughed, and at one point our hands accidentally touched. He looked at me and I looked at him. My heart started to beat so hard. Oh no, what was happening to me?
Hey, Elma.
Yeah?
Is that your home?
And that was when I came to my senses. I looked around and realized I had reached my home. I thanked him and jumped out. The next day at school, I wanted to tell Hannah about it, but she went first.
That Nate? He was supposed to pick me up from my ballet class yesterday, but he just didn't show up and it was raining. So irresponsible. Must have been out with some chick.
Gosh, how could I tell her that chick was me? I see. But actually, why do you hate him so much, Hannah? He can't be that bad.
Can't be bad? He's the worst. I just don't want to lose my best friend because of my stupid brother. Please stay away from him, Elle.
How could I? 'Cause for some reason to me, he never seemed that bad. Like one morning, I woke up completely sick. I just called Hannah and informed her. A few hours later, I woke up to a knock on my door and he was there. Nate!
Hey, Elma. Are you feeling better? I got some hot chocolate for you.
What are you doing here, Nate? Why? How?
I heard Hannah telling Mom that you're sick. I got worried about you, Elma.
Oh, sweet. He looked straight into my eyes and I looked into his, and within seconds, he leaned close and kissed my forehead. I naturally put my arms around him. Then suddenly, I heard a loud scream from my bedroom door. I pulled away from Nate and saw Hannah standing at my door.
What on earth is going on here? Elma? You were doing this behind my back? How could you?
Hannah, no, it's not what it looks like. Hannah, wait! Tell me, why do you hate him so much?
Oh, you really want to know? 2 years before I met you, I used to have a best friend. Nate dated her for some time and she fell head over heels in love with him. But Nate being Nate hurt her. She left the city, and that's not even all. She left a note for me and read, "Your brother is a psycho. Keep him away."
Psycho? This sweet person? But wait, didn't he beat up those guys at the restaurant? I thought he did that because they made fun of me. I was so confused now. I had to know the truth somehow, but one thing I was sure of by now is that I lost my best friend. I froze there as Hannah walked out the door.
You need to get some rest, Elma. Please. We'll handle this when it's the right time, okay? Please, back to bed now.
I looked at him surprised as he helped me get back to bed and gave me another forehead kiss before he left. Could he really be a psycho? I had to take matters into my own hands. The next day, I had to ditch school and go to the diner for some extra work. I was putting on my apron in the kitchen, and through a hole in the door, I saw Nate. What was he doing here? Just then, I saw Nate pull the manager's collar as if to threaten him. Whoa, what was that? Before I could walk to him, he left in a hurry. I asked the manager what that was about, and he just shook his head. I was so confused. After work, I decided to go to a place outside of town and just sit there for a while. I always go there when I feel low. I was looking at the kids playing in the park when suddenly I felt a hand on my shoulder, only to find Nate standing right there. Nate, how did you find me here?
I was just here for some business and saw you here sitting all alone.
No, that can't be. Adding up everything now, he must surely be a psycho stalker. Without a word, I just ran away from him. The next day at school, I did some hunting through the yearbooks and found Nate's ex, Kim, who was Hannah's best friend. I needed to confront her. I took the bus and went to Kim's school. I waited for a while when I finally saw her. She freaked out at the sight of me and just ran away like I was an evil spirit. How did she even know me? Ugh. I ran after her, only to lose her in the middle of nowhere. I returned to the bus stop to get the bus back home when Nate's car stopped in front of me. Freaking heavens!
Want to ride back home? What are you even doing in this crazy town in the first place? Hop in.
I know a friend here. It's, birthday surprise visit. She'll be here now. You can go. You have to go. Please go.
Okay, I'm leaving. Give your friend my wishes.
Oh my, what was I gonna do? Why did Kim run away seeing me? How do I prove that Nate's not a psycho when he's acting like an exact stalker? Then, I came up with the perfect plan. The next evening after school, I texted Hannah from another girl's phone that Elma and Nate are out on a secret date behind your back. You don't want to miss it. And then I hopped onto Nate's car as he casually stopped in front of me.
Looks like someone really needs to go home now.
Nuh-uh, I had other things in mind. Yeah, actually, but not to home. Can we go for a casual drive? I could really use some mind refreshing.
Of course. Where do you want to go?
I'll show you the directions. As we drove past Kim's address, I asked Nate to stop the car. I told him an old friend of mine lives there and that I wanted to say hi to her.
What? So you guys have a secret getaway house too? How long has this been going on? Elma, I didn't expect you to do this to me. How could you do so much behind my back?
What are you even doing here, Hannah? Were you following us?
Whoa, what's that noise at my door? Nate? Hannah? And you? You won't just leave me alone, would you?
What's this, Elma? Why are we here?
Guys, calm down. I'm sorry I tricked you both into coming here, but I wanted to confront some things. Kim, you called Nate a psycho and left town. Why did you do that? And why did you run away from me yesterday?
Don't tell me this is all about that stupid note I left as a kid. I was just mad at this boy. He was on his knees with flowers in his hands, just about to propose to me when she walked by us and his head just shifted to her. You were a plague to me, Elma. That's why I ran away from you.
Oh my god, this is it? This is all? He isn't a psycho, neither did he hurt you?
Psycho? He could be the cutest puppy on sale. The only hurt he did to me was leaving me because of you. What? All these years I blamed Nate? I thought he did something that made you leave town. You could have at least told me. I was your best friend. I'm sorry. I was a kid and just silly. I never thought this would grow this much. I trusted you.
I was in shock when Nate dropped me home.
Elma, look, I didn't want you to know things this way, but you did anyway, and that's true. The moment I laid eyes on you, I fell for you. Everything else is a blur when you're around. I've known you for years. I've stalked you on Hannah's social media. I'm in love with you, and I understand if you're not ready. I just wanted to tell you my feelings.
It's hard to process. Give me a few days or a lifetime. I don't know. I walked away. I spent the next few days locked up in my room. Then, one Sunday, Mom forcibly took me to Hannah's, and I too thought maybe it's time for us to talk things through. Hannah, I'm sorry.
You can date him. I talked to him. He's head over heels in love with you. But you have to promise me to love me more.
Of course, I love you more, no matter what.
Come, we'll watch something. Can you bring some juice from the kitchen?
I nodded and walked towards the kitchen, only to find that the entire dining table was set like a proper date. Nate was sitting there smiling, pouring a drink. Rose petals were everywhere. OMG! What was this?
Enjoy your date, bestie.
Hannah walked away as I sat on the table with Nate. We looked into each other's eyes, smiled, and I just knew things were gonna be fine then on. It was like a dream come true. I could date the guy I liked and also be with my best friend. Isn't this the best kind of life one could ask for? Psst! Want to be part of an exclusive club where the craziest stories come to life? Subscribe to Hear My Story, and you'll get VIP access to mind-bending stories that will leave you speechless. So, don't be a bystander, be an insider. Hit subscribe now. And after that, watch these other stories. Love ya!